And you're gonna do them.
So, Aristotle,
the way she sits back like that with the look and everything.
Because, are you ignoring me right now? It's day 2 of our ethics lessons, and you're already tuning out.
No, sorry, I just got distracted for a second. The last thing I remember you saying is nothing. Can you start from the beginning?
Okay, I need a little break. Can we take a walk or something? Maybe get some clam chowder?
Oh, that's the worst. The chowder fountain is honestly, God. That's the worst. The
Where
worst.
is everyone?
Who knows? Maybe they finally figured out clam chowder is disgusting because it's basically a savory latte with bugs in it.
I couldn't agree more.
Is someone smoking a cigar?
Michael really screwed this up. The regular bad place was fine. If the four-headed flying bears ain't broke, don't fix them.
What was wrong with impaling? I loved impaling.
Hey, Todd, got a light?
Yeah, obviously I have a light.
You guys aren't supposed to be smoking.
You're supposed to keep your human suit on.
Those suits are really itchy for us.
Who even cares if they see us? They're just gonna get rebooted anyway.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
This is the bad place. I fucking knew it. And clam chowder is disgusting. It's just hot ocean milk with dead animal croutons.
Well, what do we do? Panic and freak? I usually panic, but I am happy to freak.
We have to stay cool, as my mom always used to say. If a cop handcuffs you to a bike rack, there's always something you can gnaw through.
Your mom always said that?
Come on, Brain. Janet!
Hi there. How can I help you?
Wait. How do we know she's not a part of it?
We don't. But we gotta risk it. Janet, can we, leave the neighborhood? Get as far away as possible? Is there anywhere we can go?
To Mindy St. Clair's.
Yes. So nice to see Todd again.
Yes, Todd. Good old Todd. He's such a nice guy. Mm-hmm. He just happens to be made out of molten stuff.
I was thinking too as I was listening to Vicky. Oh God, that I did miss Richard Nixon type Michael in his sweatpants, drunk.
Yes, that was fantastic. The I've let myself go, Michael. The 2-3 day beard.
Yeah,
look at my thighs. They do this.
That's how I see Richard Nixon. Yeah, realizing that the jig is up.
All right, so we get to Mindy St. Clair's.
Yeah, I think at some point he makes it, and it's all about almond milk again.
He does. He does something about the way it coats his tongue or something like that.
Is wonderful. Again, as I mentioned last time, almond milk.
Hey, you know what? When you need an alternative to the regular milk, that's still my go-to.
But here's not to get an almond milk diet, tangent.
Is this Almond Milk Corner with Jason Kyle?
Yes. Hello. I'm introducing a new feature of the podcast, Almond Milk Corner.
The good milk.
The good milk. This segment not sponsored by the almond farmers of America, but be sure to email us at whattheforkpod@gmail.com. We'll work out a deal.
Yeah, Almond Council. Sure.
Yes, the Almond Council.
The diamond people. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'm pausing.
But it doesn't make your throat all phlegmy.
Right. Yes, that is something that is true about regular milk. And yes, unfortunately, and I don't know, as I get older, I find myself less able to take milk products. I think that's something that I've heard is not unusual, is that you just lose the ability to process some of those things. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So that was the almond milk corner.
It was. And we're about to head into masturbation corner with Mindy St. Clair.
Oh my.
We'll call that the good vibe. But I don't, so most of this part I'm actually okay skipping, because I think we can just talk about this part. Mindy, obviously, who says that, talks about the parts where they walked in on her masturbating, and then the parts where she walked in on them while she was masturbating. Mm-hmm. Which I love Cheety's reaction. What? Because she just walks around masturbating. I believe that this holds the record for the most times the word masturbation has been said on What the Fork.
Yes,
by me.
Which means that this is the time that my father's girlfriend is shutting off the podcast. Because I remember specifically there was in the first or second episode we were talking about porn in heaven. And
yes.
She did not take too kindly
Shut
to
it
that.
down, huh?
She shut that down. She said, Chris? No. And that's when I was like, it's a joke on the show.
Yes, it's talked about. What am I going to do? Not that.
So,
but apologies, Mr. Kyle, if there has been any strife caused by.
Yes,
by, you should listen to this episode in your butthole.
Oh yes. I think we can. I think the only time I think is, Janet says something funny about trains, which made me laugh. Because...
Oh yes, we kind of skipped it a little bit already, but she's like, "Aren't trains great? Choo choo," or something like that.
Yes.
Like she does the.
Janet's my 2-year-old.
She likes Thomas.
She would if she knew what Thomas was.
She would.
So.
But this is where we find that Chidi and Eleanor have on occasion come to Mindy's and fallen in love, and what does she call like her looking hole?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Mindy St. Clair. Did you remember to bring the cocaine this time?
Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Did anybody have anything crushed up that, or something I can crush up and snort? Aspirin, mascara, cocaine. Still no. Yes.
I think it was. I had it at 14:45. Is where she's reading the People magazine with Pierce Brosnan.
On the cover. I kind of wanted to freeze on the cover and see. When we're gonna skip over Vicky's part.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think there's a point where she insults Michael's bow tie, and that's
that's
why I can't forgive her.
And first of all, she could not be more wrong. He pulls those things off.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll skip past that, but here we are.
Do you have anything I can snort, like a crushed up aspirin or some eyeshadow or cocaine?
Still no. There's only one question we need to answer right now, and that is, what do we do next? I mean, this place doesn't seem terrible. Maybe we should just stay here forever.
You always say that. And you always end up going back. I mean, sometimes you go back because you feel bad your friends don't know what you know. Sometimes you go back because you walk in on me while I'm masturbating, and sometimes you go back because I walk in on you
Glad I skipped this so we could play it anyway.
But no matter what, you always go back. You formulate a plan to defeat Michael, and you head back.
Okay, a plan. We need a plan. But what if we come up with a plan we've already tried before? Will you please stop that?
Yeah, just to help you out a little, I've written down every plan you've ever come up with, which obviously never worked because you're here and you're back, so good luck.
Okay,
Physically attack Michael. Seduce Michael.
Yes.
Make Michael think he's the one in the bed.
So, is that a painting of John Taylor from Duran Duran with a parrot on his shoulder?
Possibly. Now, I also thought that's very likely. It is definitely in the style of the Aha video.
Yeah, there you go. It could also be the Aha video. I mean, it is like it's either a Brit or a Swede. It's
beautiful, whatever it is.
Whatever it is beautiful. And it hits right in my 80s New Wave wheelhouse.
Very much of that time.
Yes.
You expect it to kind of be a line drawing that comes to life. Yes.
And again, there's the People magazine with Pierce Brosnan on the cover.
Yeah, which we're coming to by degrees, I believe. Or do we get past? No, we're coming to because
her powers. Oh, I'm guessing that was Jason.
That guy has no idea what's going on.
Oh, speaking of,
yes.
there are some great moments with.
Where is everyone?
This is the bromance.
Hey there, Jason.
Yep.
Oh, hey, homie. I mean, Jason? Who is Jason? I am a monk.
You know what?
I am a monk.
Can I talk to you for a second? I'm in a tight spot, and I could use someone to bounce some ideas off of, okay? Oh, yeah, real quick, you're really in the bad place, and you're being tortured.
What?
I know it says here that we already tried throwing Tahani under the bus, but maybe we should revisit that. Throw her a little bit harder. Maybe under a bigger bus. What do you think?
I think this is pointless. We're trapped in a warped version of Nietzsche's eternal recurrence.
Oh, cool. More philosophy. That'll help us.
Well, don't you see the problem? We are experiencing karma, but we can't learn from our mistakes because our memories keep getting erased. It's an epistemological nightmare.
Ugh. Even your nightmares are boring.
You're so mean, Eleanor. You're just like those childhood bullies who said I would never get tenure.
You are so irritating. In one of these reboots, I probably strangled you and then went to the even worse place. But you know what? I bet it was worth it.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, can I just vent to you for a second? Chidi is so annoying.
Okay.
I cannot...
So, I want to know what the headline is, because it says Pierce Brosnan's something. Now, it's got to be while he was on Remington Steele, by the way.
Of course, because he hadn't... because if we've established that this is peak Duran Duran, Roger Moore is still James Bond.
Right.
Yes, because A View to a Kill has just come out, which would be the second #1 hit in Duran Duran's repertoire. The first one being The Reflex off of the album 7 and the Ragged Tiger. The follow-up to their breakthrough album, Rio.
Yes.
So.
I actually like Duran Duran, despite some of the production values. I think they had some really good songs, and I think the comeback album.
Oh yeah,
with "She's Come Undone" is an amazing song.
That is an amazing album that should not have. Like, I'm thinking, like, Duran Duran shouldn't have come back as many times as they have, but they do, and I love that they do. Only then to follow up with, say, their covers album where they do 911 as a joke and White Lines. The White Lines one isn't so bad, but 911 as a joke is pretty bad. And they do I'm trying to remember what Costello cover they do. They do a Costello cover, I think. Oh, now I have to look this up.
Okay, so I looked up People magazine covers, and this is not...
When we should be talking about epistemological nightmares of...
Yeah. But I'm also looking at the Esquire covers that featured Pierce Brosnan during his tenure, including this awful Bonds Have More Fun. And then there was another one with Bond Without Guilt. Let's see. Boy. All right, so... the one about his dead wife. That's very sad.
Who was in...
I am not seeing...
Which, as you know, his dead wife, rest her soul, by the way, is in For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, really?
She is the Countess who... that Topol... No, it's before he met Topol.
Gotcha.
But the bad guy from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade introduces her to.
Ah, okay. We are back to Pierce Brosnan. So I am seeing this here. I'm not seeing anything that quite matches the cover. I'm going to see if I can get a closer look at it here.
He is the one I'm stuck here with.
Uh-huh. Wow. Crazy.
Oh, sorry. Geez, man. I thought you could be human for like 2 seconds and listen to me.
I have, Eleanor. I have listened to you talk about Chidi 15 times in...
The answer is no.
Okay.
So I don't think it's... There are a couple of likely candidates. There's one that says... take this job and shove it. I guess he's talking about Remington Steele. And I think that yeah, so the headline is "Take This Job and Shove It," and then it says "Trapped in Remington Steele, Pierce Brosnan sounds off on his battle to be the new James Bond," and that was from, well,